Officially, their plan, their mission was to kill the president of Benin, move to Congo Brazzaville move to Angola to kill the president of Angola, move to Uganda, and then go to Guinea, Sekou Touré. This is a point which I wanted to bring to your attention. And therefore, with this particular, there is the movement. Therefore, they make news in their news media. Before you can be assassinated, they can focus from the world opinion that you are murderer, you are this, you are this, you are this. But they wanted to draw the attention of the world that you are very bad, while they have already planned everything. But God is there with us.
Right. This is what I want the whole world to know. This is Idi Amin speaking. Idi Amin was trying to tell the whole world how the Western world has been using the media to manipulate the world. How the Western world has been using all their so-called television stations and their radio stations to control the universe, to control the world. Most people always listen to the news they bring out. And we always fall for it. Because whatever BBC will say is what you believe. Whatever CNN will say is what you believe. The Voice of America and the rest. Whatever they bring out is what you believe. Because that is what the whole world believe.
Countries such as the Netherlands, the Prime Minister rides to work. Oh, Africa. If you should see the convoy of an African minister, not a president, I'm not touching the president. The presidents are in a different world. The African minister will never queue. Oh, he's anathemic. Oh, the African minister is a demigod. Oh, Africa. The African counselor in your rural home, when they go to churches, not even if it is not their denomination, they saunter to the front seats. And even our latter-day clergymen will invite them to share their wisdom with the people, even if we know that they are village fools.
Right. You heard PLO very right. You heard him very right. I don't know since when these Europeans came to love Africans so much. These people have been tormenting Africa for so long, yet we believe they love us. Oh, black man, until when are we going to realize ourselves? We behave like, I don't know, I don't want to use any abusive word. Muammar Gaddafi was killed. African leaders were here in African continent, folded their hands on their arms as if nothing was happening. This great man who was fighting for Africa's liberation, he was killed in a broad daylight. And the entire continent was so quiet. Let any African country try to even send not a missile, send a stone, throw a stone from African soil to any European country and see what will happen. See the results. But these fools, these idiots, were bold enough to enter on African airspace and bomb Africa. No African leader was able to talk. What is the benefit of this ECOWAS? What is the benefit of the African Union and the so-called whatever? How do you call them? What are their purpose? Because it is not you. You think it is going to be like that. Today it is about Traore. Yesterday was Gaddafi. Tomorrow will be who? Keep sitting down, you African leaders, foolish ones. Keep sitting down idle as if nothing is happening. It will come to your doorsteps. Whatever is happening today, it has happened and it has been happening. It will come to you one day. All you know is taking pictures with white people, going to them to beg money here and there, disgracing Africans everywhere. Yet we have all the natural resources in our soil. All you know is begging. Where are you going with this money? Look at somebody like Cameroon president, someone who is almost 100 years still in power. And that one seems to be, it doesn't seem to be a problem because he is serving the colonial masters. They gain what they want. So everything is okay. Just the other day, Togo president has changed the country's constitution to favor him to run as many as he wants. No African Union or African leader or any organization in Africa was able to accuse the man, to criticize him. Nobody. They were all quiet because they are serving the colonial masters' interest.
Today, the government of Libya announced the death of Muammar Gaddafi. This marks the end of a long and painful chapter for the people of Libya, who now have the opportunity to determine their own destiny in a new and democratic Libya.
October 20th, 2011. From the White House Rose Garden, President Barack Obama stepped up to the mic. He declared the death of Muammar Gaddafi, a man he called a tyrant, a dictator, someone who ruled through fear and violence. Obama said, "The dark shadow of tyranny has been lifted. Libya, he promised, was finally free." But what came next? Chaos, civil war, two rival governments, a broken nation flooded with weapons, warlords and open slave markets. More than a decade later, Libya is worse off than ever.
Right. Now, here is the case. This is Barack Obama announcing the elimination of Muammar al-Gaddafi of Libya, the Lion of Africa. When the enemies are looking for a way to destroy African territory, they must look for someone, an African, a fellow black man, to execute the job. This is why Barack Obama became a president. Most Africans were jubilating. I was like, we don't know what we're jubilating for. We do not know what we're jubilating about. If you don't understand politics, is when you jubilate. If they want Barack Obama to be a president, if you want me to jubilate that a black man is a president in the United States, let them change the name, the White House, before I will believe black man is the head of state. If you want me to believe that a black man is a president of United States, let them first change the name, the White House. How can a black man be a president in the White House? Is that possible? So you were jubilating that a black man has finally become a president? Come on, you do not understand politics. America will not enter Africa directly. They will never enter Africa directly. They will always enter through our very own. That is an example. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana was killed through fellow Ghanaians. Through Ghanaians. That is what Idi Amin was telling us. And you see, the irony of the whole thing is, they make Idi Amin, even till today, many black people across the continent, many Africans globally, many people in the world believe in the lies of the Western media. It is so funny. We have never seen any good leader in Africa that has been praised by the Western world. Any leader who becomes a leader for the people in Africa, all of a sudden has to be an enemy to the people. You know, that's what Idi Amin was saying. The moment you see a white man praising an African leader, be careful with that very leader. He has a black skin, but white mindset. He has been programmed. The moment you see a black man being hailed, praised, that is why I keep telling people, Nelson Mandela was not part of the African heroes. Never. Anybody who tells you Mandela was among the heroes in Africa does not understand politics in Africa. Mandela was a big traitor. He betrayed his people for his personal gains, for the interest of his own life. He wanted to survive. He would have been killed just like the others. Get it? Now look at this, our very brother here. Black man, you became an American through slavery. Your ancestors were enslaved. No matter your position, no matter what position you have in the United States, you should reason, think, reason, use your brain. Don't behave like a fool. Don't behave like an animal. You are a human being. Look, there is another assignment yet to be executed. So they need a black man. They need a black man, another black fool, just like Barack Obama. They need another black animal to execute that job. And I'm saying it. Another black fool is needed to execute the job. Where are we gonna get it from? Within. They bring this man, all of a sudden he became the first black, whatever they call it, the position he has, general, whatever. I don't even want to know. All of a sudden, he became the first black man to hold that position. All of a sudden. Look at that.
Repeat after me. I, and state your name.
I, Michael Elliott Langley,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
But someone is going to be sent
foreign and domestic,
that I will
to
bear
execute
true
the
faith
job.
that I'll bear true faith
and allegiance
See how it
to
goes?
the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservations
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office
of the office
on which I'm about to enter,
on which I'm about to enter.
so help me
About to
God.
enter.
So help me God.
Congratulations, General.
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. Very big congratulations. They will clap for you. The moment you see a white man clapping for a black man, you should understand something is yet to happen. I tell you, the moment you see a white man clapping for a black man, something is yet to happen. And what is this I'm talking about?
Let's separate. That house Negro would look at you and say, man, you crazy. What you mean separate? Where is there a better house than this? In those days, it was called a house
Yeah, yo,
Negro.
man.
And
Yes,
that's what
man.
we call
Yes,
it today,
man.
but we still got some house
That's
niggas
it. Right
running
there.
around here.
Yeah, yo, man. Yeah, yo, man. Yeah, yo, man. You don't reason. You don't have brain. Yeah, yo, man. Yeah, yo, man. Keep doing that, yeah, yo, man. Fuck you.
No reaction, you guessing, thought you was clapping. She grabbing it, we ain't having it, nigga, like Colin Kaepernick.
Right. That's the guy. That's the guy. Keep doing yo with that their slippery English. They are the only people who speak the best English in the world. Yes, we understand. English is not our language. Even if we don't know, we don't give a damn. We speak our local languages here in Africa, whether you like it or not. Right. You heard me right. They never wanted to know African language, but they want to force their languages on us in Africa. They colonized us for more than 400 years, 500 years, some of us. And when you ask them, none of them can speak our languages. Yet they force us to learn their language. If you don't speak their language, that means you are a fool. That means you don't have sense. I don't know since when English language and French and Portuguese and those nonsense language became a way of measuring someone's intelligence. I do not know since when a foreign language became a way of measuring someone's intelligence. In Africa, that is how we are. They make sure we lose our self-esteem. They make sure we hate ourselves. All of a sudden, they have gotten another black man in United States to just come and disrupt African continent. They needed a man, so they swore you in. All of a sudden, they sworn you in, and the first assignment they gave you was African Command. Right, that's a good position. Excellent. A very excellent position. African Command as a black man. The only thing you could do or could see, maybe you've not even come to Africa, the only thing you could see or you could do was to target Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. A very young guy. You never see the good things he's doing. All you saw was the negative things, right? You did not see the good things. The young guy he's only 36 or 30 something years if I'm correct. You did not see any good thing he's doing in his country. The only things you saw was misusing the state fund to enrich himself and to protect himself. Well, that's good. But I'm asking, since when did you become too good to care about Burkina Faso? When they had no roads, when they had no potable water, when they have no communication system, no network in the country, you did not see all that. No good road, no hospitals, no schools. You did not see all that. All these years, you never saw anything wrong with that. All of a sudden, when they got a man who has stand up to build the country from scratch, all of a sudden you have become too caring about Burkina Faso, right? Who have asked you, United States, who asked you about how or where you got money to protect United States president? Who have been asking you that? Nobody cares about it. You are one of the most protected president on the planet, if not number one. But nobody asks you, where do you get money to protect your president, right? Nobody asks you where you got money to build your country, right? The richest people in the world are all in your country. Nobody comes there to ask you, where did you get money to enrich yourselves? U.S. government has the largest GDP on the planet. Nobody comes there to ask where you got the money from. You have the largest oil reserve, yet you do not have oil in your territory. Where do you get them from? Have you been asked or answering that question? This time round, all those propaganda, all those lies you have been doing in the world is not going to work again. The youth of Africa are well awake. Let me tell you, United States, we do not fear anybody again. We've had enough in Africa. So if you try this time round, it will not go well with you. Unless before you execute such assignment, make sure you remove all your embassies across the continent of Africa. Remove all of them. If not, it will be the worst terrorism on the planet. It will be the worst terrorism on this planet. We don't care of your atomic whatever. Bob Marley said, redemption song. We do not fear about any atomic bombs. We will do what we will do. I can see you people don't want peace. When you see someone thriving, when you see someone progressing, you hate it. You do not want anybody to be like you. You killed Gaddafi, and African leaders were so quiet. This time around, it is not about African leaders. It is about African youth. And we are setting this warning to the United States. Do you think it's everybody who wants to come to US? No, some of us don't want. Even if you grant us your nonsense visa and whatever, we do not want. We are proud of our poverty. We are proud of how we are in Africa. It doesn't matter. You scammers. You are the biggest scam on the planet, yet you always point fingers on others. You killed Saddam Hussein for no reason. This kind of old system is over. It's not going to work again. It's not going to work again.
Our country has long been in a very complicated system. Most of you who are young like me, we were born into this system. But that's not what can allow Burkina to thrive. Because in this situation, there are only two cases. Either we accept to fight, or we remain slaves forever. I told you once, there are those who are slaves in their minds.
Right. There are those who are slaves in their mind.
Them, manipulate you. You must advise each other. Because every situation can be exploited by these enemies
Mr. President,
of the nation.
I love the speech. There are
you,
some, many who are still slaves in their minds.
So, you must advise each other and not pay attention to certain remarks, even on some media. Not everyone is obliged to be patriotic.
Almost.
You are the first patriots.
Right.
You have decided to defend the homeland.
Yes.
There is nothing better than
we
that.
are ready. We are more than ever ready.
Let them support you. Those who want to discourage you through writings, you must close your ears and move forward.
Right.
As for those, we will fight them here. So, we must remember something. Recently, there is a so-called NGO. It's not even an NGO. Because NGO stands for non-governmental organization. They are not non-governmental.
These are the strategies they use. They come in a system with these kind of NGOs. And all these NGOs are spies. They come into Africa. They come into the Arab Gulf in the name of NGOs, in the name of whatever organizations. And they are all spies. Missionaries. How we say missionary, by the way? What is the meaning of the missionary? What is their mission? What is the mission about? The same tactics. We have never learned our lessons. We've never learned our lessons. The same strategy, the same system, the same tactics, the same colors, the same people all the time. We keep folding our hands, fold our arms. We watch as they do it, as if nothing is happening. And tomorrow it will go to another one. Do you think any African nation can attack any country in Europe? Not that they are that strong. When you leave Nigeria with UK, Nigeria with Italy, with Spain, you will see war. You will see how it will end. Not that they are strong. They are not. But the fact is, they are more united. When you touch one, you've touched all. But in Africa, when you touch one, it is all about him. Leaders of Africa, I don't understand how you people reason. I don't understand. The wind of change is blowing gradually. The wind of change is blowing gradually. And the time is coming. We will handle all of you in Africa here. You these useless leaders. We will handle you. With time, the wind of change is gradually blowing. I don't want to say much. I'll leave you here. We will continue tomorrow.
Because they are funded by a federal budget, by a state. This so-called NGO produces reports claiming that the FDS and the VDP commit abuses. It went in here, it came out there. It's to tarnish your morale. It's to scare you, to prevent you from being able to fight. No. Moreover, we are going to file a complaint against this NGO because people need to understand something. What is happening to us here? It's true that they have manipulated part of our populations in the Sahel here, but they didn't have that kind of weaponry. What brought such significant weaponry into their ranks? It's Libya. Who destroyed Libya? It's this NGO, the same NGO that made false reports and gave them to those who wanted to create a rebellion so that people would intervene and overthrow Gaddafi. And the powder keg ended up being poured into the Sahel.
This is exactly what
these millions of lives.
This is exactly what Idi Amin was talking about. This is a system they have been using, and it has been there for years, and they are still playing the same game on us. They come with false reports, false informations to put some kind of hatred and enmity in the minds of the people so that the people will rebel against their own leader. This is the game they have been playing over the years. They made the whole world believe that Saddam Hussein has a weapon of mass destruction. The person who was broadcasting that, the NGOs, the government and the authorities that were announcing this to the world, that Saddam Hussein has a weapon of mass destruction, that very country, that very government has once bombed Japan with atomic bombs, killing millions of people. Okay, let's assume they do not want people to do that again. Meanwhile, he is the first or the second largest atomic nuclear weapon power. The first, or if not the first or second. They had the highest nuclear weapon in the planet. Yet this person is accusing another country of having a weapon of mass destruction. Years later, after Saddam Hussein was killed, when they realized that the man had nothing there, they refused to come and apologize to the people of Iraq. Look at Iraq today. Look at Iraq today. These are the people who are now telling us that Burkina Faso's leader, Ibrahim Traore, is using the country's natural resources to enrich himself and his soldiers. Now, if this idiot who came with this information, if he's asked to prove, what has Ibrahim Traore got right now since he took over? The man has nothing, but rather he's improving the lives of the people. This is what you hate. My fellow black man, reason with your brain, reason with your head. Think. What is wrong with black people? All of a sudden you have been given a new rank in the army. What were they doing all these years? What were they doing all these years that they refused to give you that position? But right now, all of a sudden, you have been given a chance to hold a specific position, an African command. Exactly what they did to Gaddafi. All of a sudden, they give chance to a black man to be a president of the United States, which I always say there has never been a black president in America. Never. As long as the White House is still in existence.